Hi guys, and welcome back to another DrAce video, and today we're going to be playing Ride 4. We're doing the career mode yet again, and this is the Massimo Tamburini Ride 4 career group in the invitational stages or superbike stages, I don't recall. And the funniest thing about this is it's called the Massimo Tamburini, but I didn't even get to use the Massimo Tamburini once in this particular couple of events that I did, so I'm not sure why, and the reward I think was a different variant of another Massimo Tamburini, so maybe that's why. But we are here in Brands Hatch. Of course, as you can see, it is absolutely pouring it down. We're using the MV Agusta F4 750 with the stock tyres, completely stock motorcycle for this objective. A simple target time attack, 1:37.7 to be beaten, which shouldn't be too much problem really. I don't think there'll be any issue. The time trials are very lenient on Ride 4, especially even for the weekly challenges no less, so we should be absolutely fine and dandy as we approach turn 6 in a moment's time. Hold it right for the Westfield bend. Careful not to go over the rumble strip when it's wet, because it can be a little bit slippy there. We do manage to navigate that one quite alright. Braking into the very tight right-hander of Sheen's, executed to perfection. Braking early as we see the 50-metre zone, flick it left for Sterling's, and slowly accelerate out. I used a bit too much rumble strip there. You can do that, but preferably don't. Go a little bit tighter in, you should be fine. Hold it right for the Clark curve for turn 10. Luke Fox almost met his demise here in that Honda RC181 video I did a while ago. And that concludes Brands Hatch in the wet. Target time attack beaten. We now move across to Southern 100 on board the MV Agusta F4 RR 312. That is the name of the motorcycle, and away we go. So I want to get to the front as early as possible because these sort of tracks, especially the Southern 100, is very tight, and we don't want to be caught up in the middle because who knows if they crash or if they're going to try and hit us up the wazoo or give us a big bump. I'm going to try and get to the front here, avoid the contact, and get into the lead. Brilliant start so far. Oh, a little bit of contact there, but thankfully we do stay up on board the motorcycle. Can be treacherous when they do touch your rear tyre. I think in every milestone game that has been in, where even the slightest tap can just completely eliminate you from a Grand Prix. Braking into the very tight right-hander of Iron Gates. Somewhat difficult corner to master that. As long as you brake before the signage, you should be absolutely fine. Of course, flick it right here, and then flick it left again, and then a little bit left, and then a bit more right. For this very windy section, brake early as possible. It is very treacherous in between these sort of walls and concrete and just slabs and just pavements. It's difficult. It's a very difficult track to navigate, but I love it so. It is such an exhilarating feeling to race, absolutely race through here and just absolutely ride as hard as you can. So through some of the most tightest sections. I mean, some of them are basically blind and you just have to go in there just praying and fingers crossed that you're going to make it through the corner, and most times you do, but then it can all come crashing down with a bit of a bump or a little bit of undulation that catches you off guard. Make sure you brake early everywhere you can as we go into the cross four ways. Difficult corner to navigate, that one. Careful not to take your head off with the low-hanging branches there. As we now brake into the right-hander of turn 9, Church Bends. Ready to flick it left. Careful not to touch the curb on the outside there. I've touched the pavement quite too many times on that instance, and it does end up throwing you off. And oh my goodness, that's a scary moment. Super close to the wall there, and the game stuttered and then chucked me straight into the next corner where I couldn't even hold the bike properly. Had a bad crash here just earlier on. I had to restart here into the stadium bends, so that's why I'm going a little bit tentatively as we approach turn 12 for the Castletown corner. So that is lap 1 of 3 completed so far with the second lead. It's not a massive gap, but it'll be enough for the time being. I'm not that confident on this track compared to the others. Compared to the Northwest 200, for example, I would probably say I'm a little bit more consistent on that one. This one, it catches me off guard quite a lot. It's a very difficult one, but just a lot of patience. And take it easy if you have to. I'm taking it rather steady as we touch the curb on the outside there. That's the Grand Prix style track that I like to do, where it's basically using all of the rumble strip and as much of it. Here there is no rumble strips, so it's hard to get out of that habit when they're accelerating out of a corner. Flick it left in a moment's time for the very tight left-hander. Careful not to touch the wall on the right. We're just glide it into the left and just straighten up a little bit and then brake. By the time you're already straightening up, you want to be braking, otherwise you'll brake too late and probably slap into them barriers there, or even the Bridgestone signage. Shout out to the camera girl on the right hand side there. She got some good shots earlier when I had to restart because everyone kept crashing into that corner. As this is a really tough corner to get right here. It feels like you can carry more corner speed than you should, but don't, because if you do carry too much in there, you'll just slam straight into the wall, and that'll be your Grand Prix over, and we don't want that to happen, certainly don't. So flick it left here, careful not to touch the outside, stay in the middle of the track as much as possible. Very difficult to race the other opponents there when into those sort of corners. I almost bumped the wall there actually, but thankfully a little bump in the track there then sort of brought me round, which was a little bit easier. Saved my bacon there somewhat, as I did think I was going to crash into the wall. Braking early for the church corner this time. Flick it left, careful not to touch the outside, brilliant. As long as we stay in the middle we should be absolutely fine. It's currently a British podium lockout with DrAce, Cody Brown and Sophie Lloyd. Do believe everyone is on the stock tyres, but I think there's just one or two riders who are actually on proper... Oh, huge moment there. I was going to say they're actually on proper tyres, slicks indeed, but we're not, we're on stocks. As we now very slowly glide into the Castletown corner. Careful of the curb there. Oh, Jesus. That was too much. One little point there and you could be well and truly launched off, so do be careful. There was a couple of times when on the start when I just got a little bit too close to the curb, or I got bumped into it, and then the bike just rockets into oblivion. It's really odd. But we're alright for the time being, and as long as we avoid the curbs, we should be absolutely fine and dandy for the foreseeable future. Of course, this is the final lap, so we got only... Oh my goodness, just I need to stop touching that curb on the exit as well, as it's 26 degrees here in the Southern 100, 20-2. Lovely time for racing. Of course, I'm looking forward to 1400 hours every Sunday for the next couple of months, because that's usually when we have a Grand Prix. Well, 1 o'clock in England, but still. It's usually about an hour here difference. Cannot wait for the racing, of course. Braking up into the last time here into turn 4. Oh, I did feel I was going too fast there. I'm so glad I was able to just slow the bike down just enough to navigate that corner successfully. And then braking into the right-hander of, yeah, Bala Whetstone. I almost balls that up on the pronunciation there. As we go into the Whetstone corner, can turn left again for turn 7. Brilliant. Oh, big moment there. In fact, I didn't even class that as a corner. Is this going to technically be turn 7 then? Yeah, it is. The Billow Dip. Goodness me, carrying a lot of speed down here. Need to be braking early. Brake about here as you see the house. There might even be a shed attached to the house, like an outhouse. Keep braking, flick it right. And that is your cross 4 ways navigated. Now, I'd probably say that's the most difficult part of the track navigated and mastered so far. So as long as you can do the rest of the track, you should be alright. But it is the entire track is difficult, to be honest with you. There's no easy or hard part. It's just all hard. It's a great track and it's ever so rewarding. I definitely recommend people. Oh, goodness me, that corner gets me every time. Always bucking and weaving, bouncing and jumping around. It's not ideal. It's like we're at a party. That's not the case here. We're on board the MV Agusta F4RR 312 or the 312, depending on how you want to say it. Braking extremely gentle for the Castletown corner. Careful of the curb there. Oh, just a little bit on top of it, but it's absolutely fine. That is going to be your Southern 100, and that is going to be another successful victory. So guys, as always, thank you very much for watching this video. Hope you enjoyed it. If you did, please like, comment and subscribe. Hit the notification bell to be alerted to every single DrAce upload, and I will see you next time. Ciao for now. Oh hi, didn't quite see you there. Good to see you're still here. If this video didn't quite set your appetite, then why not watch some more DrAce content by clicking the video shown on screen now. Furthermore, if you would like to follow me on social media, you can do so now with the links down in the description. Consider subscribing so you don't miss a single DrAce video.